What if I told you that a single word could transform your motivation? That the way you talk to yourself might be the barrier between action and procrastination? Most people try to motivate themselves with phrases like, "I can do this," or "I need to start now." But what if that's actually holding you back instead of pushing you forward? Science has uncovered a simple trick to instantly shift your mindset, a different way of speaking to yourself that activates your brain in a new and powerful way. Today, you'll learn this technique and how to apply it to your life immediately. Are you ready to change your motivation in seconds? Have you ever been in a situation where you knew exactly what you needed to do but just couldn't get yourself to move? You told yourself, "I need to study. I have to start working out. I should focus more on my job," but nothing happened. Here's the problem. Your mind might be resisting your own commands. When you say, "I need to do this," your brain interprets it as an obligation, and the automatic response? Resistance. The more you push, the harder it feels to start. It's like your own inner dialogue is creating a mental block. The result? You procrastinate. You get stuck between the desire to act and the inability to move. But there's a way to break through this barrier. A simple shift in the way you talk to yourself can make all the difference. Science has already proven that the way we talk to ourselves directly influences our actions. A study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology conducted an interesting experiment. Participants were split into two groups and given a challenge. The first group used typical self-talk, speaking in the first person, "I can do this." The second group was instructed to change their approach, using the second person, "You can do this." The result? Those who spoke to themselves in the second person showed higher motivation, greater confidence, and better performance in the challenge. Why? Because the brain processes this phrasing as if it's advice coming from someone else. Instead of feeling like a command that triggers resistance, the message becomes an external encouragement, easier to accept and act on. Now think about this. What if all you need to take action is to change the way you talk to yourself? What do great athletes, leaders, and artists have in common? They know how to use psychological distancing to stay focused and motivated. When we're emotionally caught up in a situation, everything feels bigger and harder. But by creating a small mental distance, like changing the way we talk to ourselves, we can see things more clearly. This explains why so many successful people use this technique intuitively. When an athlete is under pressure, they don't say, "I need to win." They speak to themselves as if advising someone else. "You've been here before. You know what to do." This small shift reduces self-pressure, lowers anxiety, and boosts confidence. Now think about it. If the best in the world use this to win, why wouldn't you use it to overcome your own challenges? Now that you know the secret, it's time to put it into practice. Pick a challenge you've been procrastinating on. It could be studying, starting a workout, or finally focusing on an important project. Now, instead of saying, "I need to do this," try saying out loud, "You can do this." Feel the difference. Your mind processes this phrase differently. It sounds like advice, encouragement, something far more motivating than a simple command. Whenever you feel stuck, use this trick. Before a big presentation, before getting out of bed to train, before any action that feels difficult, your brain responds better when you change the way you talk to yourself. And now that you know this, there's only one question left. Will you apply this trick or stay stuck? Want to make this technique even more powerful? Here are 3 small changes that can multiply your results. First, use your name when motivating yourself. Saying, "John, you can do this," has an even stronger impact because it creates greater psychological distance. It feels like advice from someone else, making the message more convincing. Second, write motivational phrases in visible places. Sticky notes on your computer, a reminder on your phone, anything that makes you see the message at the right moment. Third, tie this technique to a daily habit. Before leaving the house, look in the mirror and say the phrase. Before starting a challenge, repeat it in your mind. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. The way you talk to yourself shapes your level of motivation. So, how will you speak to yourself from now on? The way you talk to yourself shapes your motivation, confidence, and results. Small adjustments in your inner dialogue can be the difference between taking action or staying stuck. Now you know. Speak to yourself in the second person. Use your name. Turn your words into triggers for action. Next time you feel doubt or procrastination creeping in, try this. Tell yourself, "You can do this." And notice how your mind responds.